quick disclaimer at the beginning of this video. This contains partial nudity and sexual content, as well as grotesque violence. Viewer discretion advised. Hey guys, and welcome back to Death End Request. Sorry about the abrupt end to the last one, in my opinion. It's they keep putting me into long cutscenes when I'm like, I need to save so I can stop and make the video not end weirdly. But I mean, yeah, I was at an hour in my recording. Only like maybe a minute or two of that really needs to get cut off, unless I want to move the other death ends to the end. And I'm just gonna play those through because it would make no sense with my reaction that way. Anyway, Mizunashi has just bridal style picked up Lydia after she twisted her ankle and fell on her face and is being threatened with death by rabbits. And she's way too happy about it right now. I think she has a crush on Mizunashi, and he just doesn't know it yet. The light turned green. Someone in a rabbit mask attempted to drive a car directly at us in the light pole. With Lydia in my arms, I tried carrying her over to where Tokiwa and Rin were. Is Rin going to where Tokiwa is? I thought Tokiwa was just gonna stay in the office. A car. How do I... What? What is the second option? Push Lydia. She is in my arms. What am I going to do? Drop her in front of the car? What? This one makes no fucking sense. I'm saving only because I'm confused. There's a car. It honks its horn at you. Do you run across the street as fast as possible or drop the girl you have in your arms? That makes no sense. She is in my arms. I can't just push Lydia and save anybody. I don't know if it's my lack of exercise or my lack of sound judgment, but for a moment the sounds of screeching cars were synchronized with the sensation of Lydia and I being lifted from the... What? The last thing I saw before slamming against the wet pavement was Lydia's neck twisted and broken before I was enveloped by darkness. Again, do they not know what they said that you had done? You have her in your arms. How do you push her after hearing a car horn and be safe? You are carrying her. This one isn't right. This makes no sense. You either stop or you run. Whichever one keeps you from getting hit by a car. Pushing the person you are bridal style carrying doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. You have a car coming at you. Do you get out of the way, or do you stand there and expect them to veer off? If they have already started doing that, then you wait. You don't, what I have to assume is drop the person that you are carrying and just stand there after dropping them. You were carrying her. You cannot push her out of the way.
Shit!
As I stepped forward to cross the street, a black car came barreling across the intersection, its tire marks skidding across the dark asphalt. They sped through the red light. I had no time to react. I threw Lydia away from where I was just in time for her to avoid the car that was charging towards me. Do I die then? But before I could get away, I lost my momentum and fell to my knees. What? Headlights flashed in front of my eyes, and I was blinded by a cascade of white. I heard that in moments of extreme fear, the body has a way of slowing everything down, giving you time to react in a split second. I might have overheard that on the television. I believe they called it fight or flight. Is this how I die? I bet it's going to hurt. My shoulder's already bruised, so I just hope the car hits me quick enough to kill me. Okay, I'm already bruised. Please just end me. Don't give me more bruises. Actually, a direct collision into my ribs might debilitate me, at least so I've heard. Maybe an impact to my spine would be an instant death. How about we stop monologuing about this? I mean, if this is how I go. Damn it. Sorry. Sheena, what? What?
La Ars, Moriendi, Remit, Val, Omnis, Toi.
What?
I thought I was a goner. Huh? My neck feels a little warm.
I was mesmerized. I wanted to bask in the warmth for a second longer before apprehensively opening my eyes. Obscured by the shine of light was a shadowy outline of a mysterious figure walking towards me. Who was it? Soon my vision cleared up. I realized that my head was resting on Lydia's lap, and I shut up with an incredulous smile.
Lydia, are you okay?
I'm safe, thanks to your quick thinking.
That isn't how that would work. That was stupid, and you need to rewrite that. Like, ridiculously rewrite that. Either he isn't carrying her, and there's a car barreling directly towards both of you, and you're like, I push her out of the way and jump back or something. You don't go, there's a car coming. Do I get out of the way, or do I push somebody? The obvious answer is to get out of the fucking way, not to push somebody.
I see. Well, that's good. What have I missed?
You were almost run over, but you dodged the car somehow.
Were those headlights? Right behind Lydia, I could have sworn that I saw a blinding flash of white light. Light sparked in the corner of her eyes. Is she crying?
Ouch.
Does your shoulder hurt?
Yeah, I threw it out when I hurled you onto the street. Feels like it's on fire.
Arta, you sound like an old man.
Shut up. I'm a nerd, not an athlete. Ow. How about you? You hurt?
I think I bruised my butt falling down.
Really? I'm sorry to hear that. Makes sense, since I basically chucked you over, huh?
Again, yeah, it would have been throwing, and that makes no sense. That wouldn't do anything about the car.
There might be a welt down there. Could you check it out for me?
Okay, yeah, you definitely are down bad for Mizunashi. Absolutely. You're like, I think I bruised my butt. Can you check for me? Everyone in this game is down bad. You're all nerds working in the same office. Just fuck.
Stop, Beth. I already apologized.
I'm only joking. Thanks, Arta.
Yeah, we need to get out of here. Are you able to move?
My butt hurts. I'm not sure if I can run fast enough.
Why would you need to run right now? You already avoided getting hit by the car.
Well, I'm giving you a piggyback ride. Is that good enough for you, princess?
Well, I guess it'll do.
Oh, now that's okay. Now the piggyback ride is okay. Now you don't care about your boobs touching his back. Even though I'm pretty sure you don't have those.
This freeloader. How come she gets to complain?
I looked both ways down the street, cautious about seeing another car zooming past, and I returned to the train station with Lydia in tow.
All right, we've been at it for a while now. I don't think the rabid people will find us here.
At a train station?
Crap!
Hello there! A minute of your time, perhaps.
No. Two men stood ahead, staring back at us while their bodies were hidden by a water fountain. Clutched in the man's hand was a police badge.
Shit, it's the police. Lydia, get the hell out of here. Call Tokiwa and find a safe place to hide.
Okay, you shouldn't be afraid of the police when you are currently being targeted by random people to get killed. You should be pretty welcoming of their fucking presence around you.
What about you, Arita?
So, officer, someone's trying to beat me to death. Yes, it's the police. Get back here.
We can't stick together. I'll see what they want and then catch up with you guys later. Just hurry up and move.
Also, I guess I've heard really bad things about police in Japan. So, in America, they walk up to you, and unless they have a reason that you can't leave, you can just leave. It's consensual if they don't have evidence that you have committed a crime. Just leave. They can't use the fact that you don't want to talk or that you want to leave as a reason to detain you. Why don't you want to talk to me? That's suspicious. I'm detaining you to investigate. No, that's not how that works. If they just come up to you and they're like, can I get a minute of your time? You're like, no, fuck off. The only reason you want to talk to me is to get either me or somebody else in trouble, and I'm not going to be a part of it. Lydia pursed her lips, fidgeting as she contemplated leaving me before finally stepping away.
Who's the girl?
Oh, just a friend of mine. She sped home so she wouldn't miss her favorite anime. So can I help you with something? Are you trying to bring me in for questioning?
You work for Enigma, don't you?
Huh?
Now, don't be coy. You're Arita Mizunashi, is that right?
Yes, I am.
I assume you're aware of the cyber terrorist attack that's been making headlines, right?
I have seen the news. You don't get to just say that I'm part of that.
You see, son, I'm not one to believe that Enigma is the group responsible for this attack. In fact, I think your name was incorrectly lumped in. I mean, with both the authorities and the press hot in your tail, I imagine this must have been a stressful time. So, we can prove you're innocent.
Not how that's supposed to work, but how I've heard it works in Japan a lot. They have a crime that they need someone arrested for, they'll just arrest someone. If you can't prove that you didn't do it, the Japanese legal system will put you behind bars, claim that you did it, and claim that they have caught the person who did the crime.
We were interested in bringing you in as one of your company's staff members to clear some things up for us, just for formality's sake.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
What do you say? Mind walking down to the station with us?
Of course, this is all at will. If you deny our request, however, one might be inclined to believe that you've got something to hide.
No, that is a tactic that American police use as well. They're not allowed to do that. They're trying to strong-arm you into making a statement. Just say no. Oh, some people might believe that you had something to do with it. It doesn't matter.
Well, I can't stay for too long, though. That all right?
Of course. We won't use up too much of your time. The station's just down the street. If we find nothing of note, you'll be home in a flash.
Got it. I guess I can spare 10 minutes.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah, it's not just going to be 10 minutes, though. I hear about... What I have heard about the Japanese legal system is that they... they can hold you for a month without having a crime. They can just hold you for no fucking reason. For up to a month. No crime. And all they're going to do is they're going to put you in an interrogation room. And they're going to have multiple cops come out throughout the entire day, not letting you sleep, not letting you eat. Only meeting the bare fucking minimum of, like, sustaining you as a human being. Until they get you to confess to a crime that you didn't commit. That's how I've heard the Japanese legal system is. A kind smile formed on the detective's lips as I nodded in acceptance of his invitation.
You're a real son of a bitch. You won an award for that performance?
So now that you're in the interrogation room,
Look at me when I'm talking to you. I know you did it, you rat-faced punk.
they would just do this to you for a month. They're just gonna keep doing this to you until they get you to confess to the crime.
You can't play dumb forever. This won't go how you think it will.
I was careful not to let my guard down as they escorted me to the station. As soon as I walked through the door, my suspicions were confirmed.
Which is why you say, no, I'm not gonna go in. Because the moment that you get in there, if they find anything that they could potentially use to say that you committed any crime, they're gonna use that to hold you. In Japan, apparently they don't even need one for a 30-day holding, but I'm pretty sure in the US they can't hold you for more than like 15 minutes without a crime. To no surprise, I was thrown into the cold metallic interrogation room, and the detectives wasted no time barking at me.
Arata Mizunashi, I don't think you understand how much shit you're in.
I'm not in any shit. You can't prove that I did anything. I didn't do anything.
Allow me to explain why you and your company are currently suspects in this cyber terrorism catastrophe.
Suspects doesn't mean anything unless you have evidence.
Remember when cell phones, TVs, and computers were all displaying an image when the initial hack started up? Our intel team informed us that the funny image appearing on those hacked devices matches the login screen for your company's video game.
Are you telling me that somebody downloaded an image from a video game off of a server? My god. The absolute madman.
At first, we thought it was a coincidence. Some sick trick. No way could your company maliciously infect devices worldwide simultaneously.
Also, as cops, you have no fucking jurisdiction over this. You have no jurisdiction over a cyber terrorism attack as regular fucking cops. You don't know a damn thing about technology.
But then we realized the command hub that initiated the illegal global terror attack was connected to Enigma's main server all along.
Command hub?
What? That can't be true.
That brings us to you. You've been accessing the Enigma servers from your home office, haven't you? What were you doing?
Is he talking about World's Odyssey? Well, I'm a programmer, so I was coding one of my games remotely. I wasn't accessing Enigma's servers. I was using another company's.
You bastard. We have transmission records straight from Aggle that show exactly when you connected to Enigma's servers. You still want to play dumb? Huh?
That can't be right. The game is operating off of Aggle's servers. There's no way I could have gotten access into the game without logging into Aggle's user interface.
Are you saying Aggle's lying? Why should we believe you?
Why should we believe an individual over a soulless corporation like Apple? I mean, Aggle.
What should I do? Even if I were to tell them the whole story about Odyssey, they probably wouldn't believe me.
Which is why you shouldn't have gone in the first place.
I'll prove my innocence. Actually, there's no way you could have accessed those records without the proper clearance. So I'm inclined to believe they were illegally obtained. We're way past the 10 minutes that I promised. I'm going home now. This whole thing is at will anyways, right?
Yeah, go ahead. For now, that is.
The detective plopped into his chair with a thud as he glared intensely back at me. I wasn't sure who the cop was. I wasn't sure who was the cop and who was the crook.
You better believe
Okay, yeah.
that once we dig up enough dirt on you, I'll be knocking on your door with an arrest warrant. Remember me. The man that's going to arrest you is Senji Izumi.
Why is he so damn persistent? He was needlessly aggressive, giving me the impression that there was something amiss. But I didn't have time to
I'm
waste.
leaving.
Oh, come on. We're just getting started. Right, Mizunashi?
The detective known as Hizumi tried putting his hands on my shoulders as I stood up from the seat, and he pressed me back into my chair.
Hey, you want to know why the cops are after you? It's because people are starting to die after playing that game you helped program.
The game isn't out.
What?
You saw the screenshot that went public after the cyber attack, didn't you? The one from the game you worked on? Some hacker had some grand plans. And by God, the madman did it.
Did what?
Just like your company, this hacker signed an NDA with Aggle to license the Alice engine and develop a game with its technology. Thinking he'd have a bit of fun, this hacker decided to infiltrate the server with all of the assets related to the Alice engine.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with me, and you guys are complete jackasses.
That includes World's Odyssey, which otherwise would have been inaccessible to him.
He was able to infiltrate the game? Are there players besides Sheena in there?
He entered an incomplete game and began tinkering with some of the settings, changing things that he shouldn't have. He scattered proof of his misdeeds all over the internet. See for yourself.
So again, nothing to do with me. You guys are jackasses. You have proof that it is somebody else who got in and fucked with what I originally did to make it deadly. Why am I here? Detective Hizumi began typing crudely onto his tablet and opened up a forum thread on an occult website. If you get in, you'd be a hero. No one's ever seen WAD from the inside. Oh god, Warlords of Draenor again. Oh god, no. I was able to log in, lol. You guys should join me. Seriously, you're a god. How'd you do it? Even if the game isn't active, is it still hacking? I'm reporting you to the cops. I don't recommend this game for noobs. It's a VR MMO, so you'd have to wear the right goggles to enter.
This hacker falsified the security protocols to get login verification for Aggle's servers? Whoever it was knew what he was doing. He left behind a digital paper trail so blatant anyone with half a brain could copy him.
Hero. This VR is super immersive, right? Is it safe to jump in? Come back safe, Hero. We'll be waiting for your reply. Did the hero die?
He hasn't responded since his last post. This information hasn't been made public. But some of our detectives were able to uncover what became of the hacker. The man's name was Shuzo Kitamura. He was living alone inside of a rundown apartment, but his death was somewhat out of the ordinary.
Hey, that was the apartment I escaped from.
What?
Yes, I'm aware. I remember. It's the guy from the Sakaki apartments. The one who wrote in the diary. Sounds like someone started stalking him and murdered him once he started digging around in World's
Ever
Odyssey.
since Kitamura stopped posting, there have been plenty of copycats trying to top what he did on the forum. The second victim is this college student. He was able to compile instructions on how to hack into the Alice engine servers, using the forums on a computer at his friend's house. One of them was playing the game while wearing a VR headset, while the other was watching his playthrough on the PC monitor. Without the headset, his buddy could barely make out what was happening on the screen. So according to that kid...
Whoa! It's like you're practically inside the game! They should have this thing up for pre-order with DLC months ago. Dude, you're hogging the headset. Well, whatever. Man, I can't tell what the hell's happening on this monitor. Whoa! This one is enormous! It's gotta be a boss. What's it doing in the tutorial area? I guess this game isn't balanced at all. This is ridiculous. It's practically unplayable. Yeah, go. No, don't die. If you die, then you're buying me dinner. She died. That's a shame. A pretty girl having her stomach torn out of her. What a waste.
Only then she died in real life.
Hey, what's wrong? Hey!
God, that's so fucking loud.
Shit, this isn't good. I need to call an ambulance. Shit! Hurry!
As soon as the player's character was killed, Foam started coming out of his mouth, and he keeled over. By the time the ambulance arrived, he no longer registered a pulse. The doctors had never seen anything like it. They performed an autopsy, but that was it. No other cause of death could be determined.
Okay, what was the cause of death? No other cause of death, but you need to tell me how he started foaming at the mouth. That doesn't just happen. Was this really happening? Is this what it meant when your mind goes blank? If what the detective said was true, then what kind of game did we bring into this world? Can dying inside of the game while wearing your headset result in permanent death outside of it? Could that happen to Sheena?
Soon, the kid who survived started posting everywhere. The forum was eventually removed to avoid the risk of more casualties.
What is this?
Take a
fucking
gander at
pinging
a
sound?
screenshot we pulled from the web archive. All right, Mr. Programmer, why don't you fill us in on how that happened?
I wish I could tell you.
Explain to me how some virtual reality game was able to rip someone's mind from out of their body. I can't wrap my head around it.
I mean, that's not how that
I
actually
mean, it's a
works,
video game,
so...
not real life. Maybe some wise guy tried bridging the two. I'd be willing to bet that you tried developing a system to render players in some kind of catatonic state, didn't you? Didn't you?
I'd never do anything like that. Now piss off!
You've got some balls, kid.
Let me out of here already. Sheena. If Sheena dies.
Detective Izumi dropped his phone on the table, rubbing his temples forcefully before seething at me with bare teeth. Just open the door and leave.
Who's Sheena? You know something, don't you? Suit yourself. If you insist that you're innocent, then you'll need to prove it to me.
Not how the legal system works.
I think the two of us need to spend a little more time together, though.
Detective Izumi nodded to the other detective curtly and stepped out of the room. I glanced at his cell phone screen, noticing that his voice recorder had been left on. He had been recording our entire conversation. Yeah, that's how they do that. A text notification pinged on the detective's cell phone. Mizunashi. You've done well. It's me, Werner? Werner.
Is that from the CEO?
I've hacked this man's phone. Now I need you to follow my instructions. I'll help you escape. What the fuck? How did he know that I was here? He's supposed to be on a business trip. I immediately reached for the phone to stop it from vibrating again.
So, you've been recording our conversation, huh? Guess I underestimated you.
Don't touch it. Leave it on the table.
Soon, the other detective watching you will be prompted to leave the room.
Hey, Mr. Narimoto. There's an urgent call waiting for you. They say it's an emergency. I'll patch you through to line 1.
Got it. Be right in. All right, Mizunashi. I know that technically you're here at will, but if you leave without our permission, it's not gonna be pretty.
Not how that works. I get to fucking leave whenever in a consensual encounter with law enforcement. That is the consent part. You don't get to just go, well, you don't consent, so now I get to detain you because that's suspicious, or you must be withholding information because you don't want to talk to me. That is not how the legal system works. I want you to wait 30 seconds, and after those 30 seconds, I want you to stand up and walk straight out of the room.
15. 16.
I didn't believe him at first, but the detective had left the room just as the CEO suggested. I guess I have no choice but to trust him.
20. 21.
You're counting a little bit slow. Is this gonna work?
29. What the hell?
Huh? What happened? Power must have tripped.
I'm gonna look into it.
Sneak into the crowd, don't draw attention to yourself. Walk, don't run.
made it out.
Well done. Does he have his phone now? Now I want you to run to Munakata's office as quickly as you can. Lydia and Rin should be there.
You're safe.
What about Tokyo?
Oh, thanks, sir. I have no idea how you did it. I just hope she's okay. Gotta hurry. Tokiwa, how's Sheena?
She's recovering. Don't worry.
Sigh. I get it, but you don't have to put that more, like, longer. On the monitor, I saw Sheena sleeping soundly with Lily and Al by her side.
Arita!
Lydia! Oh, glad to see you got away safely.
You held me bridal style. Now you have to take responsibility.
Yep, all good.
I've been worried sick about you. Rin here told me that you were arrested by the cops. Mizunashi, I'm so glad that you're safe.
All right then. Bowl cut.
You too, Rin.
It had been a while since I'd seen her. It was Rin Asaka, the CEO's chief secretary and our company's financial executive. Contrary to her petite size, she was actually older than me. Every morning, without fail, she greeted us with company updates. I can't help but feel a sense of ease when I see her
When the
face.
cops took you away, I sent Rin an email asking for her help.
In turn, I sent an email to the CEO requesting that he help you, Mizunashi.
Oh, that makes sense. Thanks so much. You really got me out of a bind back there.
I think your CEO might be the reason for the world's economic collapse and the cyber terrorism if he's just able to take over people's phones randomly.
The police have no grounds in which to put out a warrant for your arrest. So if they are unlawfully detaining you, then we must exert our right to get you out. Rest assured, the CEO is also hard at work investigating whatever's going on. Please, accept my sincerest apology for all this trouble.
And again, I say that as like, that is how it would work in America. Again, I have heard far worse things about Japan, and it's like, it's either 28 or 30-day period where they can just hold you because they want to, and they're gonna try and break you to make you confess to a crime that you didn't commit
It's totally fine.
because they just want to have somebody.
We know neither the culprit nor the motive, so there's no telling what may come of this. Our company is totally innocent, but the press is doing its best to damage our name every chance they get.
I think Aggle might be behind it. They've been feeding the cops false leads in order to defame Enigma and myself. They're up to something.
It's worth looking into. I'll be sure to let you know if I uncover anything. The future is most uncertain, so don't do anything rash. Okay.
Got it!
Man, our CEO sure is something. He somehow managed to hack into the lead detective's phone to give me precise instructions on how to escape. Almost like he could see me.
The lights shut off for a second, didn't they?
Was that you, Ren?
I wonder. Mizunashi, Tokiwa's briefed me about everything. Here are the design documents that you requested for World's Odyssey.
You know, the thing that doesn't matter unless, I guess, you're checking to see if they've changed. That's all I could say. Micro SD card in her small palm and handed it towards me. Man, it must look massive when you start giving somebody a hand job. Stored inside of the SSD were the backup files for World's Odyssey design documents. It was exactly what I needed, but I couldn't help but feel like Ren's penchant for being in the right place at the right time was
Oh, thanks
crazy.
a lot. Wait, where's Munakata?
Yeah, I mean, he's the only employee at his own office, so he probably doesn't spend much
Oh,
time there.
Natsuo? I think he was trying to schmooze some businessman with drinks.
Why are you ending your fucking sentences
Sounds like
with
everybody's
stars?
off on their own right now. But we should order a pizza to celebrate our reunion.
As in, forget Munakata? Sounds good to me. Let's grab.
In that case, while we eat, Ren, Lydia, I need to get you up to speed about Sheena.
We were safe in Munakata's office, taking a much-needed reprieve with the comfort of our friends beside us. Hope glimmered in each of our eyes, and the prospect of extracting Sheena to safety with the ending enigma with the ending ending engage. Ending Enigma, god. Yeah, with the ending engage felt more and more realistic. The light was appearing at the end of the tunnel, and Tokiwa and I exchanged a brief smile. And then everybody died. But the sinister plot was only thickening. If you die in World's Odyssey, then you die in the real world too. It was mysterious, but who could have thought to program, let alone implement a feature like that? No one from Enigma would have done it. It's practically impossible. The headset, the White Rabbit, had been licensed to us by a contracted developer, but we made no alterations to the device, nor did our designers trigger any synced responses for players to log in. Besides, it's inconceivable that anyone could die from a power shortage to their headset. At this point, the proof seemed to point towards Aggle Inc., who engineered the Alice engine from its conception. When Munakata returns, perhaps it would be in our interest to pick his brain about it. Even though he's also said he no longer has any ties to Aggle. The pizza's being expended, so let Rin cover it best, Werner.
Man, he's good. How did he know we were thinking of ordering pizza? Is he listening to our conversation somewhere?
There you have it. Tokiwa, feel free to customize your pizza to your heart's content. Yay!
I need me one of those, what place is it? The one where it's take and bake. I need them to get me one of those double layered pizzas with pineapple on the inside so it can bake with all the juices, and then have the regular toppings on top.
Arta, whose phone is that?
Wait, this belongs to that scary detective. Oh no!
Yeah, why do you still have it? I was like, did he pick it up and take it? I thought once he counted to 30, he was just going out the door without the phone.
I took it with me.
I don't know why that's where the cutscene ends, but because my last one was so long, and basically all I've had is cutscenes for like a half hour. In fact, it's probably more like 45 minutes if I could cut this one together with the last one. I'm going to end this one here. It's also getting kind of late. So I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying Death End Request and Fairy Fencer. Like the video, comment, and let me know how I'm doing. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell button so you can see when I upload. The schedule's been a little bit erratic just because I've been having some small computer issues that have been messing with my renders. So I'm trying to get back to doing it in the morning so that it's there all day. Instead of lately, it's been happening at like 6 or 7 p.m., but that shouldn't become a normal thing unless I start doing an upload in the morning and then something renders while I'm like at work or something and I upload it afterwards. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.